Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're doing fine and your weekend is coming on nicely. Your Friday, I hope, amazing. Your Saturday, when I was in high school, there's this song I used to love. I used to sing it when I'm lazy, and I would be like, today I don't feel like doing anything. That was just, I think, the only part of the chorus that I knew. I've never listened to the whole song and know what it talks about. Last week I shared on osteoarthritis, a disease that affects joints. I received multiple responses on Facebook because I also shared the video on Facebook. And I want to believe that those who reached out to me through my responses to you, in one way or another, you found the help that you wanted. So guys, I have decided to change the way in which I'll be sharing information on this channel. I realized that in the previous times, I've been doing it in a form of, something organized lecture, and at times it might be hard for you who is watching to relate with what is happening. And so from today, I'll be sharing information on health in a form of a story, a relatable life story about individuals. And from it, it's my belief that you'll be able to know the cause of a particular disease, the signs and symptoms, and whatever was done. And so I start my story. Story come. Today I'm talking about Alexanda in the village of Namahele. Alexander is a 5-year-old boy, and about a few weeks ago had a boil around his knee region, and also had like a skin cut around the knee region, which the mother did not think was something serious. A boil and a skin cut around the knee region. And so the way we do it in our culture, choma choma na maji moto, boil ive alafu tupasue. And that was the same thing for Alexander. Kuchoma choma boil na maji moto, ive alafu tufanye nini? Tupasue. Alright. And about like a week later, after the appearance of the boil, what happened is one night as they were sleeping, the mom had Alexander writhing in pain. And she was, Mom, uchungu, Mom, uchungu. And the mom did not know what was happening. So quickly she ran to the bedroom. And Alexandra was writhing in pain, holding his knee. Like, Mom, nasikia uchungu hapa. Mom was like, is it the boil? Boil iliiva tukapasua. Is it the skin cut? Those are very minor things. They can't cause you any problem. And the mom decided to feel the skin. And Alexander was burning. The fever was very high. At the same time, he was sweating. He looked sick. And the mom did not know what's happening to my son. And because Namahele is in a village in Western, a place where there's a lot of malaria, she thought, huyo mtoto wangu ako na malaria. So she went to a pharmacy the next morning and bought anti-malarial drugs and some Panadol. She came back home and gave the drugs to Alexander. But the pain in the knee did not go away. It only subsided. The fever subsided a little bit. But Namahele still looked sickly after 3 days of the dosage of the anti-malarial drug. The sad thing is, Alexander, the sad thing is because Alexander is a boy, and he's always putting on trousers. The mom had never cared to check what's happening around this place where my child has pain. And after 3 days of taking the malarial drugs and there was no change, mama kashanga, nini? Bado mguu inauma jameni. And she decided to check the knee. It was swollen. It appeared red. She touched the area and it was warm. Only one knee, that's the left knee. And she realized at this time Alexander couldn't even walk well. And the mom wondered, uchawi gani hii tena? Si mtoto wangu amekuwa tu na boil. My child has only had a boil. What has happened? And she thought, witchcraft again? It's only a boil. It's only a skin cut. Na tulichoma ikaiva tukapasua tukafinya yote. Nini tena inafanyikia mtoto wangu? Kwa nini magoti imefura? Ni red na bado anakaa tu mgonjwa. Alexander decided to take the child to the hospital. The mother to Alexander. And when she reached the hospital, the doctor checked the knee of Alexander. Realized Alexander was still sickly with fever. And do you know the diagnosis that was made? It was not witchcraft. It was not malaria. Alexander had something called a disease of the bone. Who wants to make a guess? Osteomyelitis. And this is what the doctor said. This is a dangerous disease. We will put your child on some drugs. And if need be, we might needed to drain the pus. Alexandra was managed and he got well. But if the mom had not taken caution early enough, let me tell you some of the complications that Alexandra would have had from this osteomyelitis. It could go and infect inside the joint, because now you see these are diseases that affects the bones. It could cause further problems. It could make Alexander to have weak bones and get what we call pathological fractures. It's so dangerous. It could make Alexander even lose the leg. So, that is the story of Alexander and osteomyelitis. And in a real life scenario, that is how you expect it to happen. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Continue subscribing to this channel for more stories from the village of Namahele. Bye bye.